Okay, now I'm on P87 of the Go Math homework. Let's go ahead and get started. For these top ones, the directions were to change the percent to a fraction. So again, basically you're just taking this number and putting 100 underneath it, because percent means per 100. But the tricky part is you do want to get rid of that decimal. So to move the decimal to the right, you have to multiply. We need to move it over one place, so we multiply it by 10. And then we get 3, because multiplying it by 10 moves it over 1, multiplying it by 100 moves it over 2, multiplying it by 1,000 will move it over 3, and so on. Here, 100 times 10 is going to be 1,000. And that's in simplest form. Okay, I'm going to let you do 6 on your own. It's going to be very similar to number 5. There will be some simplifying you'll need to do. I'm going to jump over to number 7. Again, we just write the number 1.5 without the percent sign over 100. But then I do want to change it. I want to get rid of that decimal. So I want to move it to the right, and I only need to move it over 1. So I multiply by 10. By multiplying it by 10, we move it over 1, so this makes 15. And then 100 times 10 is 1,000. And then this can be simplified. So 15 over 1,000. I know 5 will go into both of these. So I'm going to divide by 5 over 5. And that's going to give me 3. And then 5 goes into 10 twice with 2 zeros. 3 over 200. That's going to be my final answer. All right, again, I'll let you do number 8 on your own, but you're going to follow the same steps, exact same steps. But again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate, raise your hand. Okay, write the percent as a decimal. So again, if they don't give you the decimal, you just write the number, and then you come. If they don't give you the decimal's hidden behind the number, the last number. So the decimal is actually hidden here, and we just have to move it over to the left twice. 1, 2, always 2 times. So this becomes 0.63. I can put my 0 in front. Okay, 90, no decimal shown. So it's right here. I move it over twice. This becomes 0.90. Add my 0 in front. 110%, again, no decimal shown, so it's right here. I move it over twice. 1, 2. 1, 2. And so this becomes 1.10. Okay, 8%, again, no decimal shown, so it's right here. I move it over twice. 1, 2, and this blank spot, we have to put a 0 for nothing. So this is going to be 0.08. Okay, many students want to change this to 0.8. These are different. That would be 80%. Okay, this is wrong. You have to move it over twice, and that extra bump gives you a 0 placeholder here. And then we could put our 0 up front. Okay, same thing down here, 42.15. Now this time they showed you where the decimal is, but the same thing. You're still moving it over to the left twice, always twice. 1, 2. This becomes 0.4215, and we can put our 0 in front. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and then I'll let you finish those ones out, and then I'll jump down to the word problems. Okay, so 2.5%, again, this time they showed you the decimal, so we leave it where they showed it to us, but we still move it over to the left twice, and in this extra bump area, we have to put a 0 placeholder, so now we have 0.025. All right, I'll let you finish 15 and 16 on your own, but again, it's the same steps. If you need any help, though, don't hesitate to raise your hand. Okay, number 17, an online bookstore sells 0.8% of its books to foreign customers. What fraction of the books are sold to foreign customers? Okay, so I just put 0.8 and then it's percent, so that means per 100. To get rid of this decimal for my numerator, I have to move the decimal to the right one spot, and to do that I just multiply both by 10. This gives me 8. By multiplying by 10, I essentially am just moving that decimal over once. 100 times 10 is 1,000. And then now I know 2 will go into both of these. So I simplify it. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And half of 1,000 is 500. Oh, I can simplify again, I know, because this number ends in a 2, 4, 6, or 8. And this number ends in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So I'm going to divide by 2 again. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Half of 500 is 250. Uh-oh, 2 can work again. This ends in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. This ends in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So I'm going to divide by 2 again. Now I get 1. Now I know I'm going to be done because 1 and I'm done. And then half of 250 is 125. So my final answer here, 1 and 125. Oops, that's a 2. All right, I'm going to erase my work here. You never erase your work. You have plenty of scratch paper. Okay, use all the scratch paper you want. Okay, number 18. In Mr. Klein's class, 40% of the students are boys. What decimal represents the portion of the students that are girls? Well, if 40% are boys, and 100% would represent the entire class. So 40% are boys. That means 60% have to be girls. Sorry about that. 60% are girls. But it wants to know what decimal are the girls. So we have to change 60% to a decimal. The decimal is not shown, so I know it's behind the 0. I move it over 1, 2, and it becomes 0.60, and I can put a 0 in front. There's my final answer. All right, thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.